Good afternoon. My name is Slavek Lisner. I am running sales at Easy Software, and I would like to welcome you on today's webinar, where I would like to introduce you to our very new product, Knowledge Base 2.0. The session and showcase shall be around 30 minutes. And after that, there will be a lot of space for your questions and answers. And what you can do in this Zoom webinar, there is this section Q&A. If you have any questions during the show, please type the questions right there. I will be back to those questions right after the show is finished. So the show shall be around 25-30 minutes, and then there will be enough space for your questions and answers. All right, let's get started. Sharing the screen. All right, Knowledge Base 2.0. I would talk a little bit about old knowledge base and the new knowledge base, just very shortly. Then I will tell you a little bit why we are doing this, explain the main features. Then I will be showing you the knowledge base. I will be focusing predominantly on integration between Easy Redmine, Easy Project, and the new knowledge base. And at the end, I will tell you just the details about the pricing and delivery options. All righty. So as this is a session organized predominantly for our existing clients, some of you may have experience with our old knowledge base. So you may know that we are not selling this knowledge base anymore. We discontinued these sales in 21 with version 11. And we are keeping this old knowledge base available for the clients who are using it. The important information, nothing is changing. If you are a user of current knowledge base, you have no plans to change it to new one right now, that's fine. We plan to discontinue the old knowledge base with version 14, which shall come in something like 18 months from now. So you have enough time to explore the new one and take your steps. About the new knowledge base, it's available now. We are ready to deliver. It is not our internal plugin as before. We went the route that we adapted another open source technology. It's the knowledge base is based on MediaWiki technology, particularly on its commercial BlueSpice distribution. That is a good news because we are not able really to develop the knowledge base, the old knowledge base. Furthermore, we focused on the key features. With the new knowledge base, with the support of the community of MediaWiki, and especially with the support of our partner, which is producing the BlueSpice distribution commercially, we have a product under really continuous development in the community and in the BlueSpice. Important information, if you like what you have now, everything is basically available in the new one, in the new knowledge base, plus many more features and functions which are coming along with the new product. And why we are doing it? It's another simple thing. The project management software and knowledge base software, they simply like each other. As in project management tools, we are used to track the work, track processes and projects, formalize the work and track the work. The knowledge base simply document how we shall do it, document the procedures, keep the knowledges. So know-how and the work formalization just simply goes together very nicely, and together makes really complete tool to organize your operations. To give you some examples where knowledge bases are used most frequently, I guess most of you know that already, but let's just go quickly through that. Typically, when we have a lot of people in some procedures, when we are hiring new people to take into some procedures and processes, it is always nice to have these things described in some place. Excuse me for that. Having things documented, so it helps us to onboard people into the procedures, sharing the know-how. There are also obligatory reasons why for documentation. For example, GDPR or HR processes just simply require to have a number of things documented. Security needs to have a lot of things documented. And it is good when there is a one place in the company where the know-how, processes, descriptions, documentation, and all around is on one place, which is why the knowledge base is really nice to have. And it is even nicer when it is heavily integrated with the software in which you are organizing the work. So the knowledges and the work, the work execution is simply connected. And we see also even wider usage of that. We see some clients using that for meeting minutes and more operational documentation. But the examples of how to and why to use knowledge base are pretty known and wide. To explain top-level features, MediaWiki technology and our knowledge base 2.0 has approach of centristic knowledge base, where the all information for different departments are basically in one place. At the same time, there is a need, obvious need, that maybe some documentation is dedicated only to certain people and maybe shall be accessed only by the certain people. And some documentation maybe is public, like some public software documentation, some FAQ for support and similar. And that all is managed through the namespaces. So when you are managing your knowledge base, you can naturally categorize different way your articles in order to be easy to find, in order to make some nice overview pages and summary pages. At the same time, you can choose to have certain type of documents in dedicated namespace where you can apply some other features, and also maybe you apply some restricted access to this namespace. Typically, from my day-to-day practice, nowadays we have processes together in the main namespace with other company documents. But I am thinking about moving the formal process documentation to the dedicated namespace, and run the read confirmation feature on that namespace. Really, that all the affected people knows about this new knowledge article and similar. Categorization, what I like a lot, especially when we were not using the knowledge base heavily before, I like the importing from Microsoft Word document, including tables. Very handy is using page templates, which can bring further formalization into the way how you are describing, for example, some process documents or some security documents. What is nice really is that knowledge base 2.0 allows you to dynamically work with the content and make really nice overview pages and dashboards and similar. And there are many more features in how you can make the text, different visualization of change logs and attributes of the web page. using diagrams and many more. I don't know if we will have time to go through everything of that, but it's rather a feature-rich one. Important part for us is how it is integrated with Easy Redmine and Easy Project. As I mentioned, it's a separate technology. However, we worked hard on bringing the clients experience like working in one system. So typically what we achieved is there is no user management in the knowledge base. Your user management is in Easy Redmine, and simply access to the knowledge base is driven through the SSO. So there is no need for having second password or second user management. Just basic read or create content privileges are in Easy Redmine. We integrated the search. We allow to have mentions from the both sides, and actually my favorite feature, which I'm going to show you, is how the pages of the articles are accessible directly or visible directly in Easy Redmine. All right, that's about this, and let's go to the demo. Okay, I have some demo Easy Redmine here, and what you can see while the knowledge base is deployed along with your Easy Redmine, that the knowledge base 2.0 will appear here in the hamburger menu as the add-on. But more importantly, and my favorite is that as you were used to see this bubble here for the knowledge base, there is a second bubble, or which has just a little bit different icon, which takes you to search within the knowledge base. I have there a demo data for describing some recruitment process. So I can search, I can see directly some results right here. This is the article I'm interested to here to see. So I simply click through that. I am logged in through SSO already, so I can see the article I was searching for. As you can see, this article have automatic content if I want to. This article also is have some sub-articles, and because I want part of this article, this one, to have a little bit separated, because I want to use it on the dashboard in Easy Redmine. So actually, my recruitment process is described in one page, and there is this sub-page of it, which I call back to this one. This is how MediaWiki can, put, different parts of content together, so you don't write the things one. You don't have to actualize, make actually on more places. You just update this one. All right, but I have here described the process, and the integration I would like to show you is that I have here linked the projects which are related to that. I can mention tasks in the text. I will show you later, but I have here described a showcase how the tracking of certain process, in this case, the recruitment process, can go along with the knowledge base. So I will click here. It takes me back to my demo and to the project of recruitment. And here in this project, it is our standard demo data, where we are showing how just regular organizational process can be handled. I have here some overview about where I am with recruitment, which is simply summarizing me some information on the project, where I'm using help desk functionality to retrieve the applicants from my jobs@company.com, and then the recruiters are reviewing the positions. If they like it, they just put it as a subtask of the position they relate to. So I can nicely see my open positions, and I worked on this task when I was preparing this position, and I see the applicants as the subtasks. and the recruiters, HR managers, and the owners of the position simply collaborate on that. And next to that everything, I have here dynamically added this knowledge article, which is nothing more than good old page model. And so we develop new page model, which is knowledge base article, which I can call here. And I'm calling here just this sub-article of the big one, which is telling me how shall I organize the data in Easy Project to have this nice understanding where I am and understand all my positions and applicants. I made here just second tab to call the whole article, and naturally the good thing on that is that it's dynamic. So if I'm improving the article in knowledge base, I don't have to do anything to have the changes populated right here. What is also nice in terms of integration is that we have the mutual from one to another site mentions. So typically I am working on some task, and when I am updating some task, I can simply using the $sign here. Where is it here? And I got the articles, which consist of what I type, and I can simply mention some article to navigate my, or maybe some additional information or similar. The linked articles can be also visible here among the attachments and others. If I go on the other side, it looks rather similar. I can, when I edit the page, you can see there is a specific editor. If I use the pound sign, I think I can mention Melinda. She'll have the task here very well. And this way, I can, within the text, I can mention some tasks if I want to. Right, yeah, and on the bottom here, I can link tasks. I can link also projects to make the whole navigation between these two systems easy. So this was my main focus to showing how these two things are integrated. As we have a little bit more time, let me a little bit describe the screen here. We have here configurable menus on the left side. By the way, we use this new knowledge base to show you the manual for this new knowledge base. So, for example, this is some public knowledge base where there's basically product documentation and product manual. Next to that, we have, oh, sorry, this was a new page. Next to that, we have also described the all integration and setups in our standard documentation. And I can do many more here. And here I have a lot of tools, typically to work with categories, to work with namespaces and special access to these namespaces, and many other features like templates, which I can use, etc. What I like quite a lot is that I have flexibility in creating different overview pages and some sort of directory pages. I have some dummy examples here. So what I did here is I made here a simple blocks where I have different when I have different article based on departments, because I use departments as a category, same as the type of the document. And here is a nice example. For example, I made overview pages for all processes, which I have in the system, again, based on the categorization. And nice thing I like here, maybe I don't know how to categorize the processes. I don't know what are the basic elements of process description. That's fair enough. I can use a template which do that all for me. So I just name the document, click the new process here, and you can see I use the template already categorized, and I can just fill in everything which is internally required to work with the knowledge post. There are plenty of things. There are plenty of things. Let me go to some article. In my visual editor, I can do the standard text editing. I can insert various things, working with pictures, tables, diagrams. It's actually nice for documenting code as well, because it understands many software languages and so on. And next to that, I have still availability to go to the source editing, where I can use some smart tags, and with just familiarizing with a few simple tags, I can very nicely create such overview pages and actually making different lists, overviews, etc. That's it from the demo, because this webinar was not supposed to make a full product presentation. Just a flavor about what we've done to make the information plan for this webinar complete. I shall add information about pricing. In cloud, the new knowledge base, the basic price is the cloud price. It is 3.9 euro per user per month, paid yearly. As with all other products, the monthly payments are 15% higher. At this moment, we are selling minimum 25 users in the cloud. In server, there is a same proportion like in our other software, so we will find as a 78 euro for our perpetual license with 19.5 euro of updates per user. At this moment, we are selling minimum 50 users for server. Good news is we approved the discount for existing clients. It's 25%. So if you're interested, you will be talking with our sales representatives. You can expect these discounts to come if you are our existing client. Information about the trials, if you want to test it, and for the delivery. If you set up the trial, there is no knowledge base 2.0 set up automatically. It's different technology on a little bit different backend. So, but it's simple for us to enable that. So typically, if you're our client, you are having the instance of Easy Redmine or Easy project in cloud. You simply contact us on any channel. We will provide you with a quote, and we will just enable your we will enable application with your production, Easy Redmine, Easy project, or with the test one. Delivery, again, shortly, typically next business day, we are able to provision the application after your purchase order. With server, always a little bit more difficult with server. Knowledge base 2.0 uses the Dockerization. So if you manage your servers in Docker, you may have no problem. You really prepare everything to very smooth. A package Docker image for you. If you have virtual VMware or some other virtualization, or you need to simply install it on the server, we will be charging some extra services, and we actually need to investigate a couple more things, and so approve the go for that. So again, in cloud, super simple. You can demo and trial on request. With server, Docker is the right way to go. I forgot to mention one important thing about transition from let me with the sharing. I was not sharing. Somebody? I'm lost a little bit. So so the all I'm sorry, I'm a little bit confused here from the sharing. The old knowledge base is easily transferable to the new one. So we will so it works like that, that we enable you the new one. These two can work next to each other. There is a conversion feature which will actually convert your old knowledge base to the new one, keeping your categorization. So I think this is also the questions of Frank Pietra Kupa. So hopefully this is answered. So we have automated transition from old knowledge base to the new one. Vasily is asking if he can upload the documents. Yes, definitely you can upload the documents, and the documents are indexed. So so if you are simply uploading documents, the search will see them and give you that as a result. So hopefully this is the answer for Vasily. Frank is asking if the price goes up. Yes, the price goes up because this knowledge base 2.0 has quite a higher price than the old one. So don't it's not one-to-one in terms of price, but don't hesitate to contact your account manager or use any channels to talk to us, and we will be quoting and talking the value with you. Yes, Matthew is asking whether this presentation will be for download. It is expected that the webinar will be available for download. Tim is asking if I can show again how you link knowledge base articles to tickets. I can do that. Let me share once again. So when I am inside of the Redmine, I am having some ticket here. Simply in the update, I can use the $ and start typing, and the knowledge articles are presented, are offered, and I can simply save it like this. And there is also here there is also a button, add new related article, and okay, that was add one, sorry. And and I think simply this is the mention, and if you do the linkage from the other side, it will appear here. So if I, for example, go where I was, this is Melinda. If I go to any article here, I will link the Melinda here. That shall now appear as the fourth article here. So the mention is the easiest way, and that is also this way how it can be really attached to the article. So I will stop sharing. Oh, I was not sharing, Jesus. So once again, sorry. So once again, when I do update, I use the $ and just start mentioning. I am just putting that in the text here, and in order to have it here, I was just simply adding the task to here. There is also a way how to create a new related article. So if I create some new related article, save it. Then this one shall also appear here. It's not here yet because the indexing is running in batches, so it will appear here in a moment. So back to your questions. Show again about the articles we currently use. If I don't want to upgrade to, can I continue using 1.0 forever? Not forever. Not forever. We plan to discontinue the old knowledge base in version 14. Margaret is supposedly somewhere, and we have some question from JP. Is there a merge process to migrate from existing BlueSpice installation? Yes, there is a process available. We cooperate closely with Hello World of BlueSpice. So if you have currently BlueSpice, you would like to get this version integrated, we will we can do that. Another question from Peter. Is there any possibility to create exam from the documents to test our colleagues? I don't know if this is suitable for really for exams, but I have a friend on the phone, and let me stop sharing and allow Margit to be a participant. So promoting Margit as a panelist. Margit, we have a question here in Q&A whether knowledge base 2.0 is a tool to create some forms, exam forms for some tests. I don't think so, but you know better.
Yeah, the question comes sometimes if you can use it for e-learning and things like that. It really doesn't have a good built-in mechanism, and you can't do any quizzes or tests or that kind of stuff. If you're on premise installing, you could probably customize something a little bit, but you'll never get to a real e-learning system. So it would be a stretch at that point, I think, to do a really good e-learning environment if that's what your goal is.
All right. We have a couple more questions here, which is I like very much because I see your interest. Telling some people telling me here I'm not sharing. I was probably not sharing. We're talking about the prices. There is a question from Ivan. Can I change the layout of the page? 1 column, 2, 3. The answer is yes. As you saw it on the the article, no, right, Margaret? The article is 1-pager. At the same time, as I was showing the overview pages, then you can make columns and boxes or similar. Hopefully, this answers the question. Frank is happy for the replies. I'm happy too. Peter. Or any feedback to be sure to read the document by the colleagues. There, I think we have a good answer. We have read options and others. Margit, if you can be specific, maybe here.
About the different roles?
Yeah, no. Peter is asking to have a feedback to be sure to read that document by the colleagues. So I think Peter wants to be sure that if he published some new article that the colleagues reads that.
There are different mechanisms. There is something called read confirmation for a namespace, but you have to try that out because it could get pretty cumbersome if every time there's a change in a namespace, somebody needs to confirm it. That's one mechanism you can try out. And another one is you could either manually kick off a workflow. There are two feedback workflows, a single user feedback workflow and a group feedback workflow. And I think you can then set it to a whole group of people, and they will get a task in the wiki and an email, and then you can check the workflow history for who actually completed that task. Might not mirror all your use cases, but if you really need something like that, you could probably adjust the group workflow a little bit, which can also be done directly in the wiki.
All right, I think that was very comprehensive answer. So there is more than one way, and we can help you to set it up. This was actually the last question which is on the list. I will give it just a few seconds and encouraging anyone to keep asking. If not, let me just, if nothing more comes, let me just summarize. The product is launched. It's well documented. The product is ready to deliver. There is easy transition from the old knowledge base. We are pretty sure that the new knowledge base with the technology behind brings way more value because of all the features and the way how you can work with the knowledge base and organize your articles. All our teams in support, sales, and consultings are ready to support you with all your inquiries, including testing and similar. As I was not sharing when I was talking the prices, let me share quickly once again. Our sales team is ready to make you quotes. Once again, basic cloud price is 3.9 euro per user per month. In yearly payments, which means also 78 euro per perpetual license and 19.5 euro for the yearly updates. Deliveries in cloud is no problem at all, and Docker as the on-premise delivery. As you know, Easy Software has long-term commitment to deliver on-prem applications and open source. This technology and our partnership with Hollowell is totally in sense of that, and this is fully product delivered by Easy Software. So you have one centralized support and so on and so forth. So for you as a client of Easy Software, there will be no change in the way how you work with your supplier. Let me check if some question came. Right, there is a very nice question from Mateusz. He's asking, can users access and browse the public knowledge base without any account, just by accessing, for example, a URL? Yes, there is, and that's actually one of the features which is brought by namespaces to show you how this is organized. I was explaining that the namespaces can convert for making separation of certain type of content and allowing different features. At the same time, the namespace can have different way of access. There is a global access permission, but we can, for example, for our product documentation, we can simply set up public access, and then the articles are publicly available, or we can restrict the access to a specific group of users. So That's a nice question. Thank you, Mateusz, very much for that one, because it's essential feature. And that's it. That's the last one I see here in the list. So seems like we are on time. And as I don't see any other questions, once again, all our teams are ready to talk about the features, functions, pricing, delivery. And we hope you will like this important product, because we really think that the project management and issue tracking, actually work management really goes very nicely along with with managing the know-how and articles, and we believe it can really bring much better value to all the environment. Redmine. With that, I would like just to thank you for your attention and invite you to talk with any other representatives about Knowledge Base 2.0. Thank you very much.